Welcome everyone to another episode of the Power Rankings. It's week 7. I'm your commissioner, Nick. Let's get right to it. Number 12, Minshew Mania. Beans' team stays in the 12th spot again after suffering his 6th straight loss to start the year to Dan. Mainly because Gardner Minshew put up a very weak performance in the QB spot. Beans is going to stay in the 12th spot, and he's going to Cooper Kupp his life into pieces. This is his last resort. Number 11, Poppy's prized possession. Brophy's team's going to drop 2 spots this week after putting up the fewest amount of points in the league this week. He now has the fewest amount of points per game in the league, and is the only team under 100 points per game. Joe Mixon is just Joe not Mixon in this locker room, let me tell you. Poppy's got to put a bag over his head. This is just getting embarrassing. Amari Cooper is now out of the lineup with an injury. Things can't get much worse. Number 10, Bad Luck Jerry. Jerry's going to stay in the 10th spot this week despite losing his 2nd straight game. He's still a long shot, and he came into this week feeling dangerous, but there was in fact no Chark in the water this week, and he is going to be Willie Disappointed in his new tight end, Will Dissly, aka Big Montana, who's now probably out the rest of the year. Number 9, When Legends Rise. My dad's team drops another spot this week. He started off hot, but has now lost 3 in a row. Points per game is still up there amongst the top of the league, but Melvin Gordon has not do anything for this team yet. He's got to provide some boost being the number 1 overall pick. Number 8, Brown and out. Luke's team jumps up 3 spots with another win. Impressive win this week, mainly in part to Tyreek Hill, basically one of his best players coming into the league. Finally came back and went off. Not to mention Devonta Freedom against Arizona this week. Played great. Really put the team over the top. Brown and out. Could be back in it, boys. Number 7, my Mahomies. Lance's team drops another spot this week. Similar to my dad, he's lost 3 in a row despite a hot start. One thing to note about my Mahomies is he's really fallen in the points per game category. He was up there in 1, 2, and 3 for basically the start of the whole season. Now he's down to 8th in the league. One more thing, Keenan Allen did nothing in the Sunday night game to help his cause this week. Number 6, 13 years for $330 million. Brad drops a not so great game this week against one of his biggest rivals, Hunter. He's only going to drop 1 spot this week from 5 to 6. He's 3-3 on the year. Jared needs to get off your team. Despite Austin Hooper's great performances this year, Jared Goff, my team, needs to go. Number 5, R.I.P. Harambe. Oliver's team is here. He is hungry. 3 straight wins. He's back in the top 5 now. Odds have shifted accordingly. Back to 20-1. Right back in it. Look out, everybody. Here comes R.I.P. Harambe. Number 4, The Implication. My team's going to drop a spot this week, mainly because I didn't know if I was going to win last night or not, but thanks to Aaron Rodgers and a couple of discount double checks, put me over the top. Will Fuller House 2 proving not as good as the original or last week's amazing performance, but in Godwin we trust, and we will be here to stay. Number 3, The Process. Ryan's team's going to jump up a spot this week after really just stealing from a baby. That's Jerry. Just stealing Philip Lindsay for Will Dissly. Really, and especially Dissly being out the rest of the year. That could be the heist of the year. Ryan, though, DeAndre Dropkins has to get it going if this team's going to keep getting better and better. Should be a good matchup this week with a lot of my guys on the bye. Good luck to you. Number 2, Team Never Lucky. Dan's team got off to an interesting game. He barely held off Beans, almost gave him his first win of the year, but thanks to Gardner Minshew, he was able to pull off another win and move to 5-1. He's still 2nd in the league in points per game. Don't sleep on Dan. And number 1, for great success, Hunter's team wins again. He's 6-0, 6 wins to start the year. He's just collecting W's. Look at this. Oh, look at that. Put him in a body bag. Just stealing wins. forcefully, no matter which way possible. He's going to do it any way he can. That's all we got time for. Oh, wait, one more thing. Terry McLovinick going off again. Wow, what a steal he has been. The Ohio State product really coming through for the biggest Ohio State fan. What a great success. You're staying atop the power rankings. And there you have it. That's all the time we got for this week. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for tomorrow's special guest predictions. Have a good one, everybody.